now I think we might not be hearing you.
They're working on it. Yeah.
Okay. Then we'll start this thing again.
There we go. Yes, now we can see each other, hear each other. Yeah. So, we are so excited to have you guys here today. And, thinking about this, when the book was announced, I believe last August, it might have taken a few people by surprise, country music legend and a mega best-selling author. But I think the real surprise might be how you two are more similar than many might think. And I was wondering if you could share a little about how your creative partnership came together and how you guys came up with this idea.
Well, he started it. You tell.
Well, I knew we had a lot of things in common, and I had a sort of a rough idea for the novel, and I knew Dolly and I both do a lot to get kids reading. So I contacted, and she said, "Why don't you come down and let's talk about it?" And the cool thing is, we got together for a couple hours down in Nashville. And I'd gone to Vanderbilt, so I like Nashville very much anyway, and I come back here quite a lot. I think the very cool thing is we just kind of decided to do this. No agents, no lawyers, no nothing. We just said, we're going.
Yeah, you can really ruin a whole lot of good things with that sort of thing, because when everybody else gets involved in it, you think, it ain't even worth it. But we really liked each other. We just kind of clicked as people. We felt the warmness and the sincerity in us, and we do feel like we're very similar in the fact that we like to help people. We like to do good things. We like to enjoy our work and put things out in the world that's going to make the world hopefully a better place. And so I was a fan of his, and I thought, I don't know why he's asking me to write a book with him. He certainly doesn't need me. But then when he told me the idea, I thought, yeah, this is completely something.
And we're both kind of, million to one shots. Dolly came from, the hills of Tennessee, and I came from this tough little river town in New York State, and here we are. Somehow we persevered and maxed out our talents, and Yeah,
and I'd always dreamed that I might write a novel someday when I was retired. Never retired, but when I was older. And so when this happened, I thought, well, this is maybe my answer. I would never have to write another one because I could never top that. Working with James, which I've loved him for all these years, loved all his books. But I felt very honored and very proud that he picked me. And I was hoping that I could do my part. I didn't want him to think I was a dud. I wanted to feel like I was really capable of adding to it. So we just kind of talked a lot and passed ideas back and forth. And before you know it, we had an album and we had a book that we're both very proud of.
Well, that's what I wanted to kind of dig into that a little bit. How did the writing process work? I imagine this took place at least partially over the pandemic. Were you guys doing this all virtually?
Yeah. We alternated words or phrases. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's
early light?
Yeah, like that.
Yeah. But actually, it worked well in our favor. The pandemic was horrible. COVID's been the worst thing that's ever happened, to people, and caused all sorts of problems. But being creative people, we work a lot from home anyway in your creative process. So this worked out real well for us, talking on the phone or communicating in all the different ways we did. And every few months, we'd get together and talk it over. And so we would just really just exchange our ideas, and I started writing songs that I thought would really add to what we were doing. I would send him the lyrics for them, and then he'd incorporate some of my thoughts and ideas and expand on the characters. He'd send me back pages, and some of the things made great titles, for songs. So it really unexpected. We didn't know we was going to do an album, but before you know it, we had an album and we had a book.
And we're both storytellers. I mean, Dolly has written thousands of songs, and every one of those songs, or just about every one, is a story. And I've written a lot of stories. And really, country music, as opposed to almost any other music form, is really dependent on story. More than classical or rock and roll or whatever. It's stories. And we wanted to I mean, probably all the way through our careers, but especially now, we don't want to do any projects. At the end of it, we want to go, we're so glad we did that project. We're so glad we did this book. And I'm so glad that I have, some little tiny association with the album. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really proud of and happy with it. They both turned out great. And that's the important thing for readers. They're going to, I think most people I think they're going to get a kick out of it. And the combination is unprecedented, the album and the book.
Yeah, I would agree. I've read it. It was super fun. Definitely thriller, but there's a little bit of romance in there. So I think as readers come to the book, one of the things I think imaginations will start running wild about if any of the characters are based on any people in real life. And I was curious, Dolly, if you see yourself in Annie Lee or Ruth Anna, or if there are any other characters that you guys want to tell us a little about.
Well, I see myself in all the main characters. I see myself for sure in Annie Lee. In my early days, young girl in the business, trying to make it, not knowing if I would or not, and being kind of stubborn and not just taking, no for an answer. When I'd get told no, I'd start again and go somewhere else. And certainly I relate to the Ruth Anna character. There's one big difference in us, though. She retired, and I never hoped to retire. And so, but I also even relate to the Ethan character because of my brothers that sing and write, and the people that were younger then, like the Merle Haggards and the George Joneses, all the great people, the Porter Wagners, people I knew when I first came to Nashville, grew up with.
Merle Haggard's son sings on their album.
Yeah,
right?
Ben Haggard, Merle's son, sings one of the duets on the Run, Rose, Run album. He sings the song Demons, which we've all had to deal with, especially in any business, but certainly here in Nashville. So to answer your question, I relate to all of them.
Yeah, it was really fun going through the book and meeting all the characters. And for any one in the audience who has been to Nashville or is local to Nashville, there's lots of action that takes place here. So we're really excited to help get this book out to readers. So you guys, at the beginning, we both, it was mentioned, and you guys have been super dedicated to philanthropy for reading and literacy with the Imagination Library, and James, with your support of indie booksellers and early readers. And I was just,
we have an event coming for indie booksellers, by the way.
Oh, tell us about that.
Cool. It's what is it, around the 6th or so? Yeah, March 6th. We're going to have a big event. We're going to talk to all the indies, or as many as want to come and listen. So that'll be a lot of fun. Dolly and I will answer questions and talk a little bit, and because we're both big fans and supporters of indies. As a matter of fact, we're going to an indie store later today. And we're going to put down the CBS Sunday morning show at an indie. So that's a very cool thing.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Were you guys both readers as young children?
Yeah, I loved books all my life. I even wrote a song called Books. Anyway, it's like I love books, the way they smell and feel and look. From my first look, I was hooked on books. So I love books, and I love the fact that I'm able to get books in the hands of so many children through our Imagination Library. And I know you feel the same way. Do you love books, or you just write them?
My mother was a teacher. I was not a huge reader. I was a very good student. I wasn't a great reader until I was around 18 or 19. I worked my way through school at a mental hospital. James Taylor was there, and Robert Lowell, and blah, 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 blah. And I worked a lot of night shifts. I had a lot of time, and I started going into Cambridge, Massachusetts, and I just read, and I became a fanatic. And I started reading, and then I started writing like a madman. I would write, a short story every day, and so I was hooked on both reading and writing. It's pretty much at the same time.
Oh, I'm glad you did.
Yeah,
we all are.
Me too.
So Run, Rose, Run, the book comes out March 7th and the album on March 4th. I am curious if there will be a big screen debut at some point in the future.
Well, we're still working on trying to set up all the things we need to do with the coming out of the album and the book. So I'm sure, knowing our marketing people, they'll have a whole bunch of stuff for us to do, but I don't know of any specific thing at the moment.
Well, the film thing, we're very close to announcing who we're going to partner with on the film. Yeah.
Now,
So
we are going to
we're
do
very close.
a movie, and we're excited about that, and I'm going to get to play Ruth Anna in the movie.
I'm going to get to play Ethan.
You're
Not happening.
You're going to get to play Jack.
In my fantasy, in my dreams.
He was my Ruth Anna's ex-manager, who she's got a crush on. Somebody said, well, maybe he's going to buy you some of those big diamond earrings. I thought, I doubt it. He gave me a gold pen for Christmas, though. He gave me another one.
Dolly's saying happy birthday to me on my birthday over the phone. But the movie thing was interesting because we had 70 companies and whatever producers, directors who wanted the movie. And really, I mean, the dream team of people you'd want to work with. So I think it's going to be a really good movie because we have really good people involved.
Yeah, that's really exciting. Well, and I won't spoil the ending, of course.
Go
but I'm
ahead.
curious.
No, don't do that.
No.
We need to sell these books.
We would never do that. We would never do that. But I'm wondering if you are already thinking about either a follow-up to this one or maybe another collaboration on another novel, another country music thriller, if you will.
Not right now.
We have a couple of ideas, but we're just
We're
in
going
the
to get
middle
this
of...
movie done. We'll probably be so sick of each other by then. I'll never even read another book of his, and he'll probably never listen to another record. No, seriously, we're loving doing what we're doing, but it takes a long time. We're going to be on this particular one all the way through, getting the movie out, going to the premiere, doing all the promotion on that, and then by that time, who knows what we might do.
Yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff with this. It has been. It continues to be a lot of fun.
It took on a life of its own, didn't it?
Yeah.
We were just going to write a book, and now we're just doing everything. We've got an album. We're going to do a movie, and we're having lots of fun. We like each other, and that's good because we're going to have to be doing a lot of.
Dolly is on the audio book.
Oh yeah, the audio book. We did that already. Yeah.
Did you read the audiobook or are you singing in it?
I wrote. We didn't do any singing on it. We did the lyrics, but I did Ruth Anna's part. We actually did an unusual thing about that as well. Just like we had music for the book, we had different people reading the different characters. Some pretty famous people, some of them.
That's pretty cool. Can you tell us who?
Well, Kelsey Ballerini did she read Annie Lee's part, and I'm not sure who did Ethan, but it was some.
I don't remember either. Yeah,
but I read
names.
So at least Kelsey and I did the two main characters, and so we had other people reading the different parts, which I don't usually. Person that writes a book, you usually do it yourself and read it. I remember the books that I've read when I did my life and other unfinished business, my life story. Years and years and years ago, I read every bit of that, and it took me days.
Oh yeah, no, I have an autobiography coming out in June, and I just read the audio book, and it was 18 hours.
I know it takes but it was great that we had different people to help on this. It's almost like acting. It was almost like hearing a little mini movie.
Right, like a little teleplay. That's exciting. I mean, this truly is a unique experience. I'm not sure that there's ever been a book and album.
I'm not aware of it. I'm sure somebody's done it, but I'm not aware of it. Yeah,
but not this type of book. Maybe some Disney book or children's things or something. But we didn't intend this to happen. We weren't trying to break any records or do something nobody had ever done. That just, I felt like was my best way to contribute. And I figured my fans would, I thought, well, if the book don't do well, my album might. If my album don't do good, the book might.
I'll tell you what,
if
though.
It's both the hits.
6 weeks or so ago, I came down and we listened to the album for the first. And obviously, I know the story. All of the songs come out of these two characters' stories. And to listen to the album, having written and read the book over many times, it's incredible. I've never had an experience like that with the book. Similarly, if you start with the music, and then you go and read the book, you'll see where all the music came. So it really is unique. It's like I It's like a soundtrack for a novel.
Yeah.
Imagine watching Star is Born, but you're not allowed to hear the music. Then all of a sudden you get to hear the music. It's like, wow, it really is a very unique and fun experience, and not like anything anybody who's watching will have experienced before.
Right. So for the full experience, you definitely need to be listening and reading at the same time, is what it sounds
It's
like.
cool. It's a cool
Yeah, you don't
thing.
have to,
Yeah.
because hopefully the album will stand on its own, and the book certainly will, because he's involved in it. But the fact that they just go together so well,
Yeah,
it just really
yeah.
shows the best of both of us.
Absolutely. And there you have a single out from it already, Big Dreams and Faded Jeans,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah, I think we're older now. I figured there's a lot of people who are going to have to change it for the old ones, Big Jeans and Faded Dreams.
Well, oftentimes when we host authors for events and we ask them to read a little from the book, but I was wondering, Dolly, if we could ask you to sing a few lyrics.
Oh, well, I started to say, don't ask me to read a book. I don't have my reading glasses on. Oh, that Big Dreams is big dreams and faded jeans fit together like a team. Oh. And what?
I don't
can't
know.
remember. Yeah.
We got lyrics in here
Big
somewhere.
dreams and faded jeans fit together like a team. Well, anyway.
Run.
We got Run, Rose, Run. But anyway.
Is it easy? No, it ain't.
Oh, that's the Woman Up and Take It Like a Man. But anyway, that one, I'll sing that one.
Here we go, here we go.
I can't see that either.
Oh, you can't?
No. Woman up and take it like a man. Be as good as a better than. Woman up and take it like a man. And it's really all about doing whatever you can do. Don't just gripe about it. Get out there and just do it. Just woman up and take it like a man. But anyway, there's a whole lot of good songs in there. The run, 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 Rose, run.
A complicated
It's
lyric.
like when you find yourself in a mess of trouble, trapped amongst the trash and rubble, looking for relief, but getting none. That's all I can think of. But it's all about just get on out, because nothing's going to happen if you just find your opportunity and run. And then we can know this one. You can say, run, 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 run.
See why she didn't let me sing.
Oh, Lord, we've just killed the sales of our book. And
I was going to say, is there a duet on the album?
I'm not on the album.
Yeah, if I'd
Don't
known,
worry.
I couldn't think that fast. But anyway, there's about, 12 songs on this whole album. And they're all to do, like he said, with situations and like the driven, just driven to be better, driven to, to just do better every day, which is one of mine. And Dark Night, Bright Future, it's just like
Big Dreams is Ruth Anna's first big hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're all tagged or something. Next time I'll have my guitar and I'll have some lyrics in front of me.
Oh, yeah, that would be great. We should have given you a heads up on that. But you're right. The song lyrics are all in the back of the book, right? All of the songs.
This
Which
is
is
a clever
fun.
way that he did that. Even though I wrote all the songs, in the way that they did it in the back of the book, it says songs by Ruth Anna, and then they have the song she sings, and then songs by Annie Lee, songs by Ethan. I thought that was so clever how that, because in the book, they're all singing these certain songs, and there's different things that happen to, the stories that are about. But I thought that was a clever thing, and you did that alone. I didn't do that, but I thought that's clever as it can be to have people, you still are relating to the characters when you're hearing the album, whose point of view is from.
Yeah, we got all the lyrics in here, and Paul McCartney charged $100 for the lyrics. We're just giving away for that.
Well, it's my publishing company. I guess I can give them away if I want to.
A little bonus there. Well, we just have a couple minutes left, and I wondered if there are any final thoughts that you want to share about the book or about the process with the booksellers and librarians or who are tuning in today.
Well, we just want people to love it and
Oh, yeah,
buy it. And like you say, March 4th for the album, March 7th for the book. And
I've done some of these books, like Walking Your Combat Boots and things like that about real people and trying to get people to understand what it's like to be in the military, and just finished one on cops. And the one I'm starting now is on booksellers and librarians, so that people will really appreciate what booksellers and librarians do, because they have a certain stereotype, which isn't true. Booksellers and librarians are very smart and they're very funny. So I think that'll be a fun book and it will celebrate booksellers and librarians.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to be
And
part
Dolly's
of a
going to do the
novel.
song for that. Yeah, booksellers and librarians.
Every book from now on is
What
going
do
to
you
have
rhyme
a
with
Dolly
librarian?
song.
Oh, I don't know how to think on that.
Yeah.
I have to think on that. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
we
you have been
appreciate.
good. Thank you so much for having
Thank
us
you.
on. They're giving us a sign that we're out of time here.
Okay, well, it was great to have you guys. And just a reminder to the audience that the book is out March 7th and the album is out March 4th. And you can stock up on iPage and make sure to let your readers know about it. Thanks for
Okay,
joining
thank
today.
We'll be doing
very
that
much.
indie event on March 6th.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, guys.
Thank
Yeah.
you.